What's up everyone, it's Roger here from DisKingdom.com. It is Saturday, it is time for your DisKingdom Daily News, so let's jump into it. Okay, so let's kick things off with our first story of the day, and we've got the new content coming for the Marvel Heroes 2016. We've got the new Emma Frost like punk outfit. We've also got, there's a number of sales going on at the minute, but more importantly, there's a new Ms.Marvel Team Up which you can purchase, you can add on, and basically as you're playing through, you'll get to see her come in and she can basically help you take out enemies and stuff. And I'll be putting up a video later today of this in action. It was a lot of fun. These Team Up ones can really help you kind of do extra stuff within the levels of just, if you're under attack, they will come down and help you. It is a lot of help. I'm going to be honest, I would have preferred a playable character, because I always feel with these team ups, it's nice as an add-on, but these characters really should be sort of something that you could play as well. But hopefully we'll see that in the future. You know, they Marvel are really kind of pushing this character out there. Obviously they used to push Ms. Marvel, but then they turned her into Captain Marvel, and then they obviously brought in this new Ms. Marvel, and all this Ms. Marvel and there's loads of stuff going on with whoever what. But they definitely seem to be pushing this one. She is a lot of fun. She does seem to hang around a lot more. She's a lot better than I found, like maybe like Ultimate Spider-Man, who was, you know, constantly dying. So this guy, she was playing around for a long time, playing with the missions and stuff. So it should be cool. If you're into Marvel Heroes, you'll want to check her out. If you're a fan of Star Wars and Lego, you might want to check out the upcoming Star Wars weekend in Legoland in Florida. It is running on the 10th and the 11th of September. You're going to have a whole host of different events there. You're going to be able to meet and greet some of the people that have made the Star Wars. There's a big area. They've put a big display on featuring scenes from the movies plus scenes from the animated Clone Wars. They've got special merchandise and stuff there. It's kind of interesting. When I first heard this and reported on it, it was like, really? So Legoland are doing a Star Wars event, but Walt Disney World aren't doing a Star Wars event. Bit odd. It definitely seems that, you know, in the different parks around the world, Legoland do have different things with Star Wars. There must be some kind of weird existing rights that they can use stuff with it. Does seem odd, but if you're into Lego, you might want to go check that one out, especially if you're into all your Star Wars stuff. But yeah, I was a little bit like, eh? Okay, so for Epcot fans, looks like we've got some bad news for you. Looks like two attractions are going to be closing down in Innovations. We got Stromstruck and also Somerville Thrills. They are going to be closing down, as I said, from September the 14th. So if you haven't already done so, you might want to check them out if you're there in the next couple of weeks. This continues the trend of them closing down attractions within that building. They've done so already, and they've brought in a few sort of meet and greets for characters from Big Hero 6 and Inside Out, which I think are very much sort of temporary, kind of use that space. And also this opens up the possibility of that big expansion coming to Epcot becoming more and more realistic, because they do keep closing announcements. There's rumours of things going on. We already have been hearing rumours of Universe of Energy becoming like a new Guardians of the Galaxy attraction. Even Mission Space was rumoured to be maybe doing that as well. Obviously, if Innovations close, and most of it already has closed, and there's even been talk of the Figment ride as well. Basically, the whole of Future World could be getting a massive upgrade in the future, which kind of would make sense. They've already spent a fortune on New Fantasyland in Animal Kingdom, in the Magic Kingdom. They've also spent a fortune on the Avatar area and all the nighttime stuff in the Animal Kingdom. And then finally, they're bringing in Star Wars Land and Toy Story Land into Hollywood Studios. So it makes sense for Epcot to be next. And with all these attractions closing down, it doesn't really surprise me. And also, I think that whole area is just crying out for a expansion. Now, I know some Epcot fans want everything to remain very, very similar to how, you know, Walt has designed it, and it was all supposed to be about the future. The problem is with the future is essentially now, and they are finding it difficult to stay ahead of the game. Technology's been moving so fast, they have not been able to keep on top of the future, and also finding sponsors and people to pay to put their technology and the different things in there seem to be getting harder and harder. I remember going there as a kid, you know, looking at these, like, you know, electric cars, and they're still kind of around now, but they haven't fully taken off. But that whole area has just become sort of just isn't working, and I would love to see them, you know, completely change it and upgrade it and kind of bring it up to now. Now, this does bring on to other questions of, Are they just going to be franchises? Are they going to, the Guardians of the Galaxy? Are they going to just bring things in here of their brands? And I think that's what would happen. I mean, we saw with Test Track, they don't necessarily automatically put in a character, but nowadays they want to make their own franchises and want to use them because there's that instant brand recognition. You put an attraction in with Guardians of the Galaxy logo on it, it's going to be more popular, more marketable than if you put just an attraction with no name on it. And also, they've got so many more franchises than they did when they built Epcot. And while Epcot, was supposed to stand for something, that seems to have got lost over the years, and I think they've either got to go one way or the other. You've either got to go all in, or you've got to go all in on the franchises. This whole wishy-washy thing, I don't know if that's going to work in the long run because there's no clear direction. I think bringing in more franchises and characters is generally what the most people would want. They're going for Disney. They are going for those characters. They're going for that branding. And when they get there, that is what the kids want. And I think also Epcot needs more things for families and kids to do. I love Epcot. I'm going to be honest. It's one of my personal favorites. I love walking around the World Showcase, going from country to country and experiencing that. But Future World does not have that anymore. It just is lost any kind of... It's like the Tomorrowland. It just doesn't have that thing anymore. Whereas I love World Showcase. So I would love to see them add some more content there. Maybe take out the Canada show and the China show and put in something new. Bring maybe Ratatouille to Paris. I know some people don't want any of these attractions going there, but they've got to keep up to date to keep it going. Otherwise, it's not a museum in my eyes. There should be stuff there. But I'd love to know your thoughts on Epcot. Do you want it to see more characters, more branding, or do you want it to kind of go back to its original one? I know also with just generally any time any announcement is made around a Disney attraction, you have a lot of people that a lot of people just want new things added and everything kept the same. If that's really popular and I like it, we'll just add another one. But I think Disney have a tendency to rip old things out and put something new in its place. And there's always been this thing of people love the old attractions and they want that nostalgia trip. And Disney quite often are like, nope, we're ripping it out and we're putting something new in. They've got the space in Disney World, I think, to be a little bit more, they don't have to be quite so bad. They can just keep expanding. But then you do have to wonder how much more that can go on. Well, anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you are on YouTube. If you're on the audio versions, you can hit subscribe there. And finally, if you're on Facebook, you can give us a like. And as per usual, guys, check out DisKingdom.com for your latest news. And as I say, I'll see you tomorrow. Laters.